Welcome to Pour the Wine, It's Rom-Com Time, where we'll sip some wine and review all things rom-com on the Hallmark Channel. I'm Amy.
And I'm Garry.
And you can send us an email to pourthewineitsromcomtime@gmail.com and let us know your thoughts about anything Hallmark related. We would love to hear from you.
Yes, please drop us an email. And if you want to help other Hallmark fans find us, you can do that by giving us a 5-star rating over at Apple or Spotify. And if you enjoy watching us on YouTube, you can find us at Pour the Wine, It's Rom-Com Time. Click the subscribe button, click the bell so you don't miss any of our episodes.
Mm-hmm.
And speaking of leaving a review,
Yes,
we got another one. You want me to read it too?
Yes, that's so great. Let's hear it.
I found this lovely couples podcast last fall. It's like listening to old friends of mine discuss movies I like watching. I hope they don't lose the fire to keep this going.
Oh, that's so nice.
How nice is that?
That's so nice. Thank you very much to whomever left that.
Yes, we really appreciate it.
You said that was on what? Which?
It was on Apple. Yep.
Apple Podcast.
Yep.
Oh, that's so sweet. Thank you.
Yeah,
very,
they left
very
a
much.
5-star review, and we really appreciate it.
Yeah. Thank you very much for taking the time to do that. That really means a lot.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, it does.
Old friends.
We're old friends.
And we haven't lost the fire yet.
Hey, you got a friend in me.
Oh, boy. All right. We got the Toy Story on the brain. We're going to see the Toy
we're going
Story
to
5
see it. We are going to see it.
with our adult children who love that movie.
Cheers
too.
to that. I know.
We love that series.
They're like, you guys going to see it?
Yeah. Can we all go together? Yes.
Yes.
Yes, we can. It's enjoyable. All right. So we have added a couple of new segments to the podcast, and we're excited. And
Yes,
one of
we
them's
are.
coming right up. It's called Heard It Through the Grapevine. So this will be where we talk about Hallmark news or maybe something we heard on a podcast, because we do listen to other Hallmark podcasts, and we'll of course give the shout out and the credit.
Yeah,
to
we definitely
whomever
will.
we hear it from. Maybe we've seen something on Instagram, some kind of news. So this is where we're going to share it. Heard it through the grapevine.
Heard it through the grapevine.
And you're going to be singing. So this one we thought we would start off by we listened to Rom-Com Love. Catherine of Rom-Com Love, she happened to interview the 2 stars of the movie we're going to be talking about today, The Greek Aisle.
Yep.
And she interviewed Apostolis. What's his last name?
Totsikas.
Thank you, Totsikas. And then she interviewed Nikki DeLoach. She interviewed them separately, which was great. And go listen to both interviews. They're not that long. I think one is 15 minutes. One's about 20, 25, but they're really fun and great interviews. And Nikki, one of the things she said about this movie was that Apostolis is actually a big star in Greece.
Yeah.
Like he's a huge star in Greece. He's been on,
crazy,
I guess, a few series. I don't know if they're like soap operas. I'm not really sure about his work, but when you look on IMDb, he's got like hundreds of episodes in a couple of different series, dramas, what have you. And he's got some other film work in there. But I thought that was pretty cool that he's a huge star. And she also said that the actor who plays Nikos, he read the role for Alex, but they felt like, and he's a great actor, but they felt like Apostolis was,
a
was
better
the man.
fit.
He was Alex when he read. So
yeah.
I just thought that was pretty cool.
We can't always get the leading role, but hey.
No
role is a small role.
There are no small roles.
That's right. That's right.
So I thought that was cool. So go check out Rom-Com Love podcast.
Yeah.
And they are on, I usually typically watch it on YouTube, or I'm playing it on YouTube while we're driving and you listen to it.
I don't get to see the people, but
no, you don't get to see it, but I do. I watch it.
And really enjoy it. Great interviews.
So go check her out. Catherine's great. And the interviews are really cool.
Yeah, they are. Yep.
All right, so let's get into it. Today we are going to be reviewing, like I mentioned, the very first Summer Nights movie of 2026, The Greek Aisle. It originally aired on the Hallmark Channel on Saturday, June 6, 2026, and you can find it right now on Hallmark Plus. It stars Nikki DeLoach as Georgia, and Apostolis Totsikas as Alex. Now, Nikki, I mean, does she need an introduction? She's a Hallmark staple, of course.
Yes.
And we last saw her in True Justice, Eye for an Eye.
Yep.
And this is Apostolis' Hallmark debut.
Yay!
Yay!
Congratulations
Hopefully
and
we'll see
welcome to the
more.
family.
Yeah.
Yay!
Welcome to the family. Welcome
That's
to
right.
the Hallmark fam.
That's right. Well, The Greek Aisle was directed by McLean Nelson. McLean was also one of the two writers. The other writer is Betsy Sullinger. McLean has numerous credits for both directing and writing for Hallmark, and we last saw him as a writer and director on Missing the Boat. Another great movie. Betsy also wrote Hallmark's A Novel, Noel.
Say that 10 times.
I know.
Well.
She wrote N.
And you know, I wanted to mention, we don't always do this, but I've got to mention the composer, Jerome Leroy.
Yes.
The music is so good in this movie.
Yep.
And he is so great.
Yeah.
He's been the composer for several Hallmark films. And his last Hallmark work was for Missing the Boat. They must like to work together.
Hey, you know, good for them. But
his music, we just really thoroughly enjoy the movies that he composes for. And it is sprinkled throughout this entire movie. And it's done so well and so brilliantly. I mean, we just love it. So I have to give him a shout out. So yay, Jerome Leroy. You can follow him on Instagram. Yeah, he's great. He's great.
All right. Well, you want to drop the synopsis?
I sure do.
Let's do it.
When Georgia travels to the Greek island of Corfu to finalize an inheritance, she unexpectedly discovers that marrying her handsome co-inheritor is the only way to meet the requirements. Isn't that always the case?
That's always
such
the case.
A bummer.
We'd marry each other, right?
Yeah. For sure.
Yes. So we're probably going to give away some spoilers.
We'll
try, but not too.
Not too many.
Just in case you're being warned, stop the podcast, go watch the movie, come back, turn us back on, let us know what you think.
Or you can listen to our review and be so curious about the movie that you're then going to go watch the movie. Go find it when it's going to re-air on Hallmark Channel or find it on Hallmark Plus and watch it. And then let us know how we did with our review.
Right.
If you agree or disagree.
Yep. All right. So you want to get into it?
Let's get into it.
All right. So
what did you think?
First take. Well, I loved it. I mean, come on.
Come right out of the gate, right?
You know, they're in Greece, beautiful scenery. And like you said, Jerome, the music, it felt festive, authentic. It set the moods on the scenes. Perfect. Y'all should use this Jerome all the time on these scores.
Well, there are other good composers also.
I know, but he's really good. I just, the little...
We really like
it. But anyways, I really enjoyed it. And I just have to say, when you get a foreign actor who has to speak English in a movie part, I have to give you props for that, because that is not easy. And the English language is not one of the easiest languages to learn. So, and I know I could not do a foreign film speaking the language.
Right.
So kudos off to you.
To Apostolis.
To Apostolis.
Yes.
I loved it. So what about you?
I agree. I thought it was such a strong start to Summer Nights. It was kind of exciting. You know, here we are into summer now. It's 8 million degrees outside today, which is fine. I know I said I was gonna complain about it eventually, but I'm not yet. It's early summer. But I just thought that this was so light and fun, and it was so beautifully shot.
Yep.
And, you know, they played on the language barrier a few times in this that I thought was really lovely. And I just think, you know, he did, you know, a great job, but Nikki was so good in this, so refreshing, so natural. I just thought this was one of her best performances.
Hands down.
Yeah. So I too, I just really thoroughly enjoyed it.
And you know, on the comical side of it too. I
Yes, she
mean,
was funny.
she,
The way she
both
delivered.
of them were kind of funny. You
Yeah,
know,
he was. Yeah, yeah.
he had more of the like sarcastic kind
Uh-huh.
of joking, and she was just on point with her lines, man. Oh
She
my
was a
gosh.
little sarcastic too, a little wit. You
Yeah, a
know, there
little
was a
bit,
lot
but
of
there was
wit
some
in
funny.
this. There
There was
was
a
some
whole
funny
bunch of
moments.
wit.
Yeah,
Oh my
yeah.
gosh. All right.
So
You
let's
want to?
get into the meet cute.
Ooh, you want to tell them about our meet cute now?
Okay, so so Georgia she's inherited this house,
Mm-hmm.
but she has to go to Greece, of course, naturally, duh,
Right.
to finalize everything with the home, with the selling of the home. It was her aunt's house, her aunt Margaret,
Yes,
right?
Margaret.
Is the
Mm-hmm.
name? Okay, so she's got to go there, and in the meantime, in Greece is Alex, and he knows that she's coming to
Right.
Greece, and he knows who she is because she had been there like 20, 25 years prior
Right.
when she was studying abroad. And so he's at the house, kind
Mm-hmm.
of fixing it up, or I don't know,
Yeah. He's fixing
gardening.
it
He's
up.
taking care of the plants on the balcony and things. And she comes in and she's kind of like, oh hey, she thinks he's like the handyman or something.
That was a funny scene.
And she walks out onto the balcony, and I don't know if I have exactly what was said, but and then he looks up and he's like, oh hey Georgia,
Yeah.
and she's kind of like, who are
Yeah.
you?
And I love the part when she kind of he moves in for a hug, and he's kind of got dirty hands and everything, and she kind of backs up like, whoa, 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 I don't know
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
Well, hold on a second. That was funny.
Yeah, so I'm just looking at the scene. Yeah, so that's kind of how they meet. And then it dawns on her who
Who
he
he
is once he
is.
introduces himself, right? Because doesn't he say,
Yeah.
I'm Alana's son?
Yes.
Right, because she doesn't recognize him at first, but he totally recognizes her.
Right.
So she hasn't changed in 25 years,
Right.
which is very admirable.
It's almost like the way home.
He's grown up a
Changed in
little bit,
25
apparently,
years.
because she did not recognize him at all.
Yeah, she was kind of giving that eye. She
That
was
I
like,
like, who are
oh,
you? What are you doing
okay,
here?
you grow
So
up.
so this is another it's not a new segment, but we are going to rate the meet cutes a little differently now.
Mm-hmm.
We are going to either say decant it, which means it's the gold standard of meet
Ooh.
cutes. Pour it, which is strong chemistry. Come on, pour it, bring it on, right? Sip it, which was cute enough to enjoy, or cork it. It didn't work.
Right.
No spark, no
Yep.
nothing. So what do you think? What would you rate it?
I'm going to
Why
give
did I
this.
say it like that? Rate it.
Rate it.
Rate it.
I'm going to give this one a sip it.
Yes.
I thought it was cute enough to enjoy.
Yes.
It wasn't over the top. It wasn't underdone. It was good enough for a sip for me. What about you?
I agree. I would go with sip it. It was cute enough to enjoy, sort of met the moment.
Mm-hmm.
Him recognizing her and her not recognizing him sort of threw me off a little bit, but I guess I understand. I can understand
Right.
it a little bit. But yeah, I'm sip it also.
Good.
Yeah.
So we're the samers.
We're the samers.
All right.
Yes.
Well, let's move into some favorite scenes.
All right.
So, what was one of yours?
Now there are so many moments that I loved in this film, but
Right.
I will try to keep it to just a couple. just some shot, like there's the scene where she is like, I love the scene, and I'm just going to say this one because when Georgia is walking with her suitcases up to the
Oh my
house,
gosh, yes.
and the music that is in that scene, the music is so good here, and her face and the scenery, and it was shot beautifully. And that's one of it's not the very beginning opening scene, but it's, close
Mhm.
to the beginning of the movie. And I just thought it was so well done and just really sets the tone for Greece.
Yes, it does.
Yeah, I mean, she had already been to the restaurant at that point, but I just thought it was so great, and that house, and
Right.
so that would be one of my favorite.
And you know what was
scenes.
kind of cool about that shot in the restaurant where she meets
Oh yeah, we got to go back. You
Eleanor
want to talk
again.
about that particular shot? So this was before she goes to the house.
Right. So Elena sits her down because Greeks, they love to eat. So they bring her out. It looked like lasagna. I'm not sure what she called it. She called it something, but I can't remember what it was. I'm gonna
Yeah,
say lasagna and a Greek salad.
I don't think it
And it was
was
so cool how they shot this. So the camera is facing Georgia. She goes to pick up the glass of wine to drink it. The camera pans up, and when she puts the glass of wine back down, it looked like she had just finished eating her meal. And I thought
Yes,
that was a really, really good shot
really cool
and really
shot.
cool.
Really, really cool shot.
Yes.
I agree with you.
So good on the cameraman, good on the director, good on the whole crew. Because
Yes,
that was I caught that and I thought that was
you
really well
did. You
done.
did. Yeah, because I think I don't know, I wasn't paying attention, and I
Yeah.
probably was typing notes or something. But yeah, and you're like, oh my gosh, did you see that? And we
Yes.
try not to. I mean, we do watch the movie together, obviously,
Mm-hmm.
but we try not to talk about it too much before we record because we really want, you know, honest reactions
Right. Yep.
in real time
Yep.
as we're saying them. So that doesn't have to count as one of your scenes, though. That could just be the shot.
No, it wasn't one of my scenes. I was just,
Oh, okay. Oh, I'm sorry.
elaborating
You're
a
like,
little
no,
bit.
it wasn't actually.
I was just filling in some more on yours.
All right. So, what is one of your favorite scenes?
All right. So we're going to have to talk about a shout out. Okay.
Okay.
So there was actually two shout outs.
Mm-hmm.
And one of them, I thought I wrote it down, but I didn't. But I did on the first one. So I'm going to talk about the first one,
Okay.
which was, so they're getting married and they're supposed to meet each other at the church. So Georgia walks up and she's talking to Alex, and he turns to her and he's like, "Are we gonna say vows?" And she's like, "Vows? What are you talking about?" She's like, "I don't want this to balloon into anything bigger. This is my skinny Greek wedding."
Yeah.
And what a shout out,
What a
right?
shout out to,
To
yeah,
my
of course, my
big fat Greek wedding.
wedding.
Oh, this
Because
is
it's a fake marriage. She doesn't want a
Yes.
lot of people there. You know, they're
Right.
trying to keep it, tight.
And just that whole scene
Yes.
with the officiating and then the receptionist or the reception, I just thought was so funny.
Well,
So funny.
it was so well done, and
Yeah.
yeah.
Just the fact that during the reception they show them clip by clip at different tables talking about how they met and how they love each other.
Yes,
It was
yes,
just
it
so
was
well
so
done.
well
So well
done.
done.
That would be like, I had those combined as my favorite scene because you
Yeah.
have like the wedding and the vows, and
Right.
she says something like, "I literally never thought this day would come," because they're
Yes.
faking their marriage,
Yes.
and then it's a pretty passionate kiss.
Oh yeah.
He goes in for a pretty passionate
Right.
kiss.
She was going in for a peck and then he came in
He
strong.
came in, yes, and then they go to the restaurant
Mm-hmm.
that his mom owns, and they're just kind of like, oh, that went really well, and they're just chatting. All these people are
Mm-hmm.
walking in, and again, it just the way it was shot and the way it was
really
written.
good.
And she's like, oh, was there an event here today that I didn't know about? And he's like, no, I don't know what's going on. And his mother has invited his mother and the other woman that works at the restaurant.
Her name is it Ayana?
I think so. I think
Something
so.
like
So
it.
she has invited, it's like the whole town,
Yes.
comes to the restaurant.
Yes.
And, Nikki's kind of like, and he's like, Mom, I told you to keep it quiet. And she's like, just relax. It's fine.
I know.
Enjoy.
It was so funny.
And you can't help but think of My Big Fat Greek Wedding. If
Oh,
you've seen that
gosh.
movie, you kind of know how things snowball and that. And
It
it's
was
just, I
really
thought
well
that
done.
from the vows to the reception, and like you said, then they showed little clips of them having to, like, oh, how'd you first meet? And
Mhm.
he's like, love at first sight. And she goes, you mean love at first bite? Like, it's just so witty and cute and fun. And so, yeah, that would have been one of mine also.
And when she was like, well, how long do these things go on? He goes, oh, it'll probably be over at 3. And then she says something like, well, oh, I better get reinforcements then.
Yeah. She's like, 3 a.m. Yeah. I would be long asleep.
Oh,
by then,
my
believe me.
gosh.
Oh, especially if I'm drinking. Oh,
I know.
my
I'll be
gosh.
sleeping standing up. So what was one of yours?
Another one of
yours.
mine was I loved her talk with so Georgia and Apostolis. They're both living in the house in separate bedrooms because they have to act like they're married, but they're not really together yet. But they're on the balcony and they're just having coffee in the morning. And I mean, how great would that be?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, it was beautiful. And they really start talking about her aunt and how her aunt was, really unorthodox, and she's opening up about her life and how her parents really viewed her aunt as, flighty.
Right. Yeah.
But she just liked to enjoy and live life.
Enjoy life. Yeah.
Yeah.
You only get one.
And so she just lived her life a little different than them. And then when Georgia would do something like her aunt, they would call her flighty.
Right.
And she obviously didn't take that as a compliment, because she knew how they felt about her aunt. And then they just have just this great talk. And then they talk about Margaret's theory of coffee, sweet coffee, because first they try to drink it black. Is that what?
Yes, they try to, because she was like, I drink it black now because people looked at you funny if you put sugar in it or something like that when she was in college.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then Margaret, her Aunt Margaret's theory of coffee was sweet coffee, sweet days, sweet life. And they both kind of repeat all three. And I'm like, that's pretty good. Now I drink my coffee black. So
yes, you do.
I do not have sweet days and sweet life, apparently. I don't have sweet coffee.
Well, I put half and half or
kidding.
creamer in it because I just I got to knock off that bitter taste. So
but not sugar. Yeah.
Yeah.
And can I just say, right before that scene, she is in the kitchen looking for some coffee.
Oh
and
my
she's
gosh!
And she's talking. He's coming down the stairs, and he comes in shirtless, and she's like, "Can you just help me find the coffee?" Like she can't even talk because he's shirtless. It's such a cute scene.
I know. And when he picks her up, she goes, "Oh,
oh yeah." She plays that so well.
My gosh!
All right,
that was a good scene.
Yeah. Any other favorite scenes for you?
Yeah, I really enjoyed the conversations that Rose, her partner, played by Maury Davenport.
The friendship.
The friendship and they were partners in a marketing business, and they were talking one of the scenes, and because Georgia is so like busy and on the go and everything. One of the scenes was Rose goes, "Your life is like the Secret Wives of Grecian Lives," or something like that. So it was kind of a shout out to Secret Lives of Mormon Wives,
or a play on that show, which we do watch, and which is
cray. But anyways,
guilty pleasure television right there.
Yes, but I thought that was those scenes between them two talking is what friendship is about for me.
I agree. I agree. That was one of my cheers about their friendship. She had somebody to bounce off, and her friend isn't really in it that much, but just enough to sort of bounce stuff off of.
Yep.
As she's going through what she's going through in Greece. So I thought that was great.
Yeah. Yeah. And she was very understanding, so that was good.
Yeah.
Do you have any more?
Just like moments, there's a scene where Georgia is riding her bike home from the channel. And the way it was shot from behind and her riding her bike up, I immediately thought of The English Patient.
I know.
The Academy Award winning film that is so beautifully shot.
Yep. Yep.
And it's just so well done. I think it was Juliette Binoche's riding a bike, but it just was so reminiscent of that to me. Yep. I just thought it was a great,
so true.
Great shot. I just love that. So, and then I just had to mention a couple of others. When we didn't really talk about the cat.
Oh, Cassandra.
Cassandra.
Yes.
The play on that was so great. Yes. So fun and great. And then there's a scene where she's laying on Georgia is laying on the bed, and she goes to look underneath because the cat has gone underneath the bed, right?
Mm-hmm. And meowed, yeah.
She's like upside down. Now, not many actresses would do that. And I was like, good for her. It was such a cool and fun shot. Yes, so she's upside down and she's looking under the bed, and you can see the blood like rushing to her face. It
was a fun scene.
And it leads her to finding something under the bed, obviously, but it was just so funny.
Yeah.
I just was like, good for you. Well done, Nikki DeLoach. Well done.
Yeah. Um,
So yeah.
I have
Anything else you wanted to mention?
I just have one more, and that
Yeah.
was the scene where the power man comes up to the door.
Yes.
So Alex and Georgia have to fake the marriage, and because of the land, the property land, um, and they're thinking or that this guy is from the registry office,
Mm-hmm.
but he's from the power company, and he's there to collect a bill that hasn't been paid yet. Alex knows this, but plays it like he is from the registry office.
Yeah, it's so good.
And
It's
he's
cute.
like telling her, so he wants to know, what you like about me. And she said something like, your eyes, but then went into a very deep, thoughtful um, discussion with them. But then in the end, she goes, you're bribing the register?
After he pays him, yeah,
And he
because
goes, no, he's the power man. She's like,
it was
what?
so well done. It was so well done.
So
So
yes,
well
so
done.
that was my favorite, one of my
Yeah.
favorite scenes. So,
All
all right.
right. So another new segment of ours
Mhm.
is the Wait What Award.
The Wait
Which can
What
be, wait,
Award.
what? So it can be something that's ridiculous in the movie that
Yes.
even, even though we're supposed to suspend disbelief, we can't do it in that moment. Something ridiculous. Or maybe it's like an editing choice or something you notice,
Right.
the knife was in his hand the first shot and then it wasn't in the next. So that's
Right.
our the Wait What Award.
So you want to go first?
I am not sure if I do. I had something in mind. What I will say is this, and I'm not a prude by any means, but I always am a little bit like, oh, would you move in as as a woman by herself with a man by himself who you don't know into a house?
Well, she knows him, but
Well, she
not
knows
in
him
that
from 20 years
capacity.
ago.
Right. But
And
she
I mean, I
knows,
guess because he was helping her aunt, that's always going to be like a wait, what for
yeah.
me because I want
Yeah.
people to be cautious,
Yeah. No, I get
But
it. I get it.
but I guess you could look at it like her aunt trusted him enough to give him the house, but still, I don't know. I have this thing. I'm like, oh,
And she knows his mom, so it's
yeah.
not like.
Well,
But
that's
no, I
true.
get it
That's
because
true.
she's in a foreign country, and you have to be careful. So
I mean, if one of our girls did that,
yeah.
we would
Oh,
be like, excuse you,
what are you doing?
and they would do it anyway. But
No. Yeah, it's their life.
What about you? What do you have?
Well, this was more of an editing scene, and it was near the end where they take a plunge into the canal,
Mm-hmm.
and you saw it first, but they went in with those little like shower shoes,
Oh yeah,
beach shoes, or whatever you want to call it. And
Yeah.
as they were swimming along, they were no longer on their feet.
You're right.
And then when they start to climb up out of the water, they're still not on their feet. But the next scene is them on the rocks walking away, and they're back on their feet.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
what?
What?
Wait, what? It's no big deal. I get it, but it was
And those
something.
waters looked a little
Oh,
treacherous.
they looked a little
That was going to
treacherous
be
and
my
a
other
little
wait
chilly
what.
too.
Like, would they jump into that?
Yeah.
I mean,
Well,
I don't. The current
you
seemed, the
could
current
tell
seemed
it
pretty
wasn't
strong.
them though. You could tell it wasn't
Well,
them.
I know it's not them. I'm just saying in general, like a person, were they going to jump in off of that cliff's
That's what I
edge right
thought they
there?
were
I was
going to
like,
do
that
is jump
current is
off,
pretty strong.
but
Yeah.
they walked down, and there's a part where you can just walk into the water. So
Yeah.
but that was
Okay.
my wait what.
All right.
So there you
So
go.
let's go on to cheers. What are some of your biggest cheers?
Kudos to Apostolis for, putting himself out there like that
Yeah.
as an actor.
Yeah.
It's hard. It's easy to sit here and go, to review these and say, "Ooh, man, they sucked." But you know what? He's speaks another language. He did a great job. And what better way to have a debut with Nikki DeLoach?
I know.
To
On
carry
Hallmark,
you
right?
along, to
Or
teach
nerd.
you, to give you
I know.
guidance. I mean,
Yeah.
come on. Seriously?
Yeah.
Great. That's my cheer. What about you?
That's your cheer. Your only cheer?
No, I got some
Um,
more.
I have a few. Just Nikki's, we talked about at the beginning. I think
Mm-hmm.
this is one of her best performances. She was
Hands down.
so good in
Mm-hmm.
it. I mean, she's so natural and she was witty and effortless
Mm-hmm.
and it was just almost like the perfect role for her that she played off perfectly.
Yep.
That's the only way I can describe it with her. I just adored her in it. Um, I don't know. Her skin looked amazing. I mentioned it. I don't usually mention like hair and makeup and all that, but at the beginning, her hair was so
Oh,
shiny
straight
and
and
healthy. And I mean,
shiny.
it was
Yeah.
straight. And I think she said she might have naturally
Curly hair.
curly hair and like when it gets in the humidity, which it was in Greece. But I was like, she looks amazing. She looks so
She
good. I'm
did.
so jealous.
Me
But
too.
no,
I'm
I
jealous too.
do. I do think it was one of her best performances. I
Mm-hmm.
I thought the cinematography was great. We've already talked about the music.
Mm-hmm.
Loved the music, the composing, the score throughout the entire
Yes.
thing. I thought was so well done, so
Mm-hmm.
well placed. Her clothes I thought were
We're so
perfect.
cute.
They're
Yes.
so cute. And she has a story about her clothes in that interview with Catherine, which I won't give away because I want you to go listen to it. Rom-Com Love Podcast. Um, and I love that they didn't have Georgia get like mad at Alex.
Right. Right.
Was there even any really, there were no
There
big
was a
battles,
brief, maybe 1 minute, you know, but it
like
was
slight discourse,
right.
but that
Right.
was it.
That was it.
Yeah. Yeah. So,
And it was more on Georgia than Georgia being mad at Alex.
right.
So
It wasn't anything between the two of them really.
right.
I thought I enjoyed that. It was
Yeah.
that's more natural to me,
Yeah.
It's
I
more
agree.
like real life. So
I
what
agree.
about you? Any other cheers?
Just the integrity of Alex. He had applied to be a detective, and I guess in Greece, detectives
Yeah,
are not part of the police.
which is interesting.
They're private organizations, private companies,
Mhm.
and he applied to one of the biggest ones, if not the biggest one, and they ended up coming over for dinner, inviting them over to dinner.
The
The the
detective,
the,
the
the
guy who
owner
runs
of
the
the
detective.
company and his wife,
Right.
and they go down to the water to discuss business. And Alex, the guy's kind of giving him praise, and Alex says, "Well, look, before you do that, I just want you to know this is all fake. This is why we're doing it." And because he spoke the truth, he got hired. So,
He got hired. Yeah.
oh, that
Spoiler
was a
alert.
spoiler. Sorry.
Spoiler.
Sorry.
Totally give it away.
Woot, woot,
Um,
woot.
well, we did give the warning at the beginning,
Yeah.
but it's great because that's another thing that I like, that the writing is so good because you
Hmm.
don't have, they hid it from his new boss and then
Right.
his boss found out and got mad. I mean, that's kind of a
Right.
trope that we see a lot,
A
right?
lot.
Where the
Yep.
boss is kind of really upset with him. And I love that again, it's real life. People make mistakes, or he didn't, Alex doesn't make a mistake. He just is saying, look, this is what we're doing for this reason.
It was
And I
a
want to be honest
legal
with you right
loophole.
now.
Hmm.
And what do we always say? Communication, communication,
Communication,
communication,
communication.
right?
Yep.
So yeah, that was a great part.
The worst they can do is say no.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. All right.
So, any more?
No.
What
I'm
about
good for now.
cheers?
I could go on a little bit more, but I won't.
What about cheers?
I the two of them, I thought the chemistry was okay.
Right.
So it's not really a jeer, but I just thought they played off of each other very
Hmm.
well. He was great for this role. I just didn't, the chemistry wasn't like fire, like
Right.
ignited,
Right.
it didn't ignite really. And it just kind of seemed friends that were getting there. I feel like that's kind of where we were,
Right.
even though
Although that
at the
kiss
end.
when they came out of the water at the end.
Well, the kiss was good. The kiss was
Okay.
good, but I felt like the build up to that wasn't really,
Right.
they were building on it. I think it could
Mhm.
get there, but I
Right.
just don't think that they were there like they are at the end of the movie.
Right.
So that would be my biggest cheer. What about you?
My biggest jeer are the endings of these movies. I hate when they just go off into the distance and that's it.
Well,
I like that.
yeah.
month later, year later type stuff. Give me another minute or two, man.
Yeah, you want that after.
Yeah, because you want to know that the couple did well, or where they're at, especially with Rose and the business side of it. But that's it. That was my only cheer.
Yep. Well, I mean, we got that a few times this year so far, where we got the after.
Oh yeah, and I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
So there you have it.
All right, so let's go to the corks. Out of 5 corks, how many would you give it?
I'm going to give this one, for me, a 4. That's where I'm at with it.
I am the same, a 4. I am the same. I thought it was.
I loved it.
I would, we would rewatch this if it's on. We're going to leave it on. I thought it was enjoyable. I thought it was super fun. If the chemistry had been maybe more.
Yes. This definitely could have gotten
electric. I would have given it.
Definitely would have gotten a higher rating. Yeah.
But I just thought it's just a really great way to start summer nights. Yep. I mean,
I agree.
Yeah, 4.
All right. So is that a wrap?
That's a wrap.
All right. Well, we'd like to thank you for listening. And again, if you want to help other Hallmark fans find us, you can do that by giving us a 5-star rating over at Apple or Spotify, along with a review. And if you just want to watch us, you can catch us at Pour the Wine is Rom-Com Time on YouTube. Click the bell, click the subscribe button so you don't miss any of our episodes.
You can also send us an email to pourthewineisromcomtime@gmail.com and let us know what you think or what you thought about the Greek Aisle and our new segments.
Yes,
what do you think about our new segments? Let us know. Send us an email, and we would love to hear from you.
Yes, we would.
Make sure you follow us on Instagram and TikTok. Those are the social medias that we are focused on currently. So you don't miss anything. Make sure you follow us wherever you podcast also, so you are notified when a new episode drops. Until next time.
Cheers.